Hey y'all, it's Betsy from Happily Ever After Etc. and I am back with another gardening video. So today we are planting up strawberries. I have 2 strawberry planters for you today that I'm going to be doing. If you watched any of my videos last year, you know that I planted my strawberries in my stock tank vegetable / fruit garden. Those cucumbers, watermelon, and strawberries. So mostly fruit. And unfortunately, with where it is with the sun, the ants were just like gobble, gobble, gobble. They got all my strawberries. And I am putting in some vegetable-friendly ant repellent this year, and that seems to be helping. But I didn't want to risk that again this year. And my mom, of course, we watch Laura from Garden Answer. So you don't, you should, but I think most people in the gardening world know who Laura is. And she made one of these type of strawberry planters a couple years ago. My mom loved it, and so she made one last year, and it did wonderfully. So I did not make this. My mom made it for me. When she made hers, she had enough to make a second one. I will kind of show you what it is, but Laura has a whole video on how to make them, so I will link that down below. So we are going to be planting up my tall Laura strawberry planter, and then I'm going to be planting this colander with this hanging basket. So the other thing that we've seen is we saw a bunch of colander hanging baskets over at one of the hardware stores we were at recently. They were like $30, and we have plenty of old antique colanders, and so we got these chain and hooks. I will link those below as well. And you just put some chains on these colanders and then hang them up. And so because Mom's strawberries were all hanging last year, they did not have the ant problem that I did. So I'm going to put both of these on a double hook. You probably can't see it. It's right behind my little table here. And we are going to see if that does any better. I am hoping to make some raised beds this year. And then next year I can have a whole raised bed of strawberries as well as these planters. But for today, we are going to go ahead and make these up. So we'll do the colander one first. It should be easy. So I got this, cocoa liner. I was like, they're cocoa liners, right? It's the same thing you would put in a regular hanging basket. And we're just going to cut it down to fit our colander. And the colander luckily has nice drainage holes already. Perfect for planting in. But we don't want all of our dirt and soil just falling out those holes either. So cocoa liner should stop that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we want it to be fairly even with the top of the colander. Mom has gone overboard. I will have to take you over and show you all of her strawberry planters. So this year she did her silver Laura planter. She did 2 colanders. And she's done what used to be a chicken feeder, and that she planted with strawberries, which was actually really cool. And then she has one more. Yeah, that's perfect. She has one more hanging basket strawberry that she bought that she hasn't planted up yet. So she's still looking for something to put that guy in. We're going to go ahead and start by taking the hanging thing off this so we can get the strawberry out. now, pop this guy out. We might need some potting soil. We might not. I'm also going to, I accidentally threw my pruning shears off the porch when I was throwing some trash off earlier. Did you get them? But it's fine. I figured I have scissors, so go ahead and get all this dead stuff out down here so that we just have the nice healthy live plants. They can put on new growth. Hope the audio is okay. I've noticed as I've been filming my videos out here that the audio is just awful this year. I think there's way more traffic out this way. So I did order a microphone so that I can be louder. Oh, I cut a good one. Oh well. And the background helicopter awful reverberating noise you guys have been hearing will be hopefully less, but it's not here just yet. We're on the porch today though, so I think that will help. It's usually when I'm in front of my house talking to y'all that it's really bad. Just echoes like crazy. I think that's it. We might need a little more soil in this as we get going, but let's go ahead and pop this baby out and we'll see. Well, he's pretty good. A little big. All right, so let's rough him up a little. Fit him in here nicely. And I don't know if this is right or wrong, but this is how Mama did it, so this is how we're doing it. And she kind of put him in, then she kind of squished it to fit the pot. Okay, that's pretty good. Rolling together on this side. Have a little bit of a gap in the back where there's no strawberries, so I'm gonna put those where my little handle on my colander is. All right, that's pretty good. That gets the crowns of the top two up. We're just going to backfill the sides that are hard to squish in with a bit of fresh soil so that these guys have room to grow all the way around their little home. Backfilling that soil right up to the edge there. And tomorrow, Mom is going to come over and help me run drip to my entire porch and my window boxes and all my things that I've been having to hand water. And so we will get that done, and then we will also get drip run up the shepherd's hook to these 2 strawberry plants. So let's go ahead and open our little chain. This is really nice. Last year when Mom made hers, she had to go buy a chain and new links, and you know, it's not hard, but it's just added expense and added effort. We found these that have a top hook and bottom hooks. I like it. Makes it easy. Just add them right on. So I think I want to add one on either side back here. And I think we're going to add it like 2 hooks down, maybe. Perfect. Let's see. That'll put our, top hook right about there. And we'll come right over here. Let me see if I can do it so y'all can see. We'll put 2 hooks down, and we're just going to insert him right like that. Perfect. We'll come over here, and we will put one on the front. Oh no, there's no hook on this. I was just saying how easy these are because they have hooks. I don't know if it fell off, because it definitely could have. I'll be really frustrated if there's no hook there and I have to go buy a hook for my hook I bought. We'll have to get up and kind of look around our area, but we will put one on the front as soon as we find it. So for now, we're just going to kind of move them up here. Let's see. Maybe it fell off in all this dirt. We were messing with it. Now, fall off here. No. I'm actually gonna move up to the back so he's not in the way. All right, well, I still can't find my hook, so if I can't find it by the time we are done with this video, I will run inside and see if maybe I have a bit of wire or something I can use for a hook. You know, still have the rest of the pieces. Here's my one for this tall one, and it has all 3 hooks. And you're not gonna be able to see this super well, but they're just a top hook, and then they come around and they crimp at the bottom. So if that bottom part wasn't crimped quite enough, I could have easily dropped it off somewhere. Or, you know, they're not from best place ever. They could have just not been there. So let's see. We're gonna go in through the bottom hole. Make a huge mess, but we knew that was gonna happen with this one. So Mom said it's easiest to start at the bottom, put your dirt in, and then work your way up, planting in each hole. And we do have some moss to kind of cover the openings as well. So this little guy is some kind of metal pipe. I don't know. Like I said, Mom got all the directions from Laura. So she bought one pipe, she cut it in half. And then she got these mesh parts here at the bottom that I screwed on with just some regular screws this morning. And that worked pretty well. And that just holds all the dirt in while letting water out. So then she used a large, not a drill bit, but a drill bit to make all these holes. And what she did was, what Laura did for hers was she made her holes across from each other all the way down. She said when she was planting, she found that hard because you put one strawberry plant in this way and then you have to back up the second root ball right to it. So you can see when she made mine for me, she actually drilled the holes in a cascading pattern, twirling it around like a barbershop like hole. And that way my root balls can be stacked on top of each other and not fighting each other. So there's a tip for you. But I have all my little strawberry plants here and they definitely need to get in because we had a big rain the other day, which I was expecting a rain, but I was not expecting it to be as bad as it was. And this one's not too bad. Let me find one that's bad. They're not all terrible. It came out here and all this dirt has washed down the containers. The whole bottom of the box they were sitting in was full of dirt that had just washed out. So they just need to be planted and they will be much happier. They all had little strawberries on them, and then after that incident, all the strawberries were rotted and yucky. This is such wet soil after that rain. So you're just gonna rough up the root ball enough to get them in. All this wet soil comes right off. Should probably be wearing gloves for this. Wasn't a big deal with the dry soil, but it's fine. It's metal. We can wash it off. There we go. So Mom said this was the hardest part, was getting the root balls in the middle. So I think the wetness of them will actually be a help to me in this situation. There we go. So get them in, push them down, and then we're going to start putting dirt in the next hole up so we can pack it around that root ball. That's good. And then once we get all of it full, we will add the moss around the front. And the moss just helps to retain moisture and it helps retain the soil from washing out like it did in these little containers. So not as important for the other one because we use that cocoa liner. The cocoa liner will have that same effect. But see how as I'm putting this in and packing it around, it's trying to fall out this bottom hole. The peat moss will stop that. I don't know if it's peat moss, it's plant moss. That's what the package says. Fortunately, the plant moss also got rained on. So it might be too wet. We might have to get a new bag. I'm not sure. So glad I got this pink thing because I thought it was a silly thing. I don't pot that much, but oh my God, I would have to go out and do this project in the heat of the yard. I did not have something to put down on the porch. And to be fair, I could put a trash bag down or something. It's not like I have to have a special thing, but this potting soil is expensive. And it hurts your heart to have to throw it away. This way, we can gather it back up, put it in a container, and reuse it for another project. Alright, so fitting this little guy in. And the benefit of this kind of a planter is that the strawberries hang down the sides. Kind of like the colander, but even more dramatically on this one. And when they hang down the sides, they're really easy to see and to pick. And they just make everything happy. Which is good. These poor little strawberries need some help. All right, we're going to see if this moss is going to help. Because if we can fill those holes, it'll stop the dirt from coming out. So this is just moss, sheet moss. It says preserved sheet moss. I have no idea where it's from. My mom gave it to me from her project. So there you go. It is a giant mess from being wet, wet, wet. But Mom said you just take a little piece, about yay big, and put it in on one side. Okay. And then cut another piece about yay big and do the other side. Once I figure it out, I'll show you. And that just helps when we backfill with the dirt so that the dirt does not fall out. Now we can push the dirt right up to the edge of the hole. Really pack that root ball in there. So, less sheet moss, without sheet moss. Let's go ahead and see if I can show you on this one. This one's more at the bottom, so it might be a little harder. So I can cut maybe a topper piece. So, because this plant is at the bottom, I'm just going to try to fill this top part with the sheet moss instead of either side. So I'm just going to start poking it in. You want to push it behind the middle so that the metal holds it in. So that's pretty good. I'm going to cut another piece. Actually, I might just use this piece for the bottom. We'll do 2 halves that way, because the dirt is still trying to come out the bottom. So you gotta just make sure when you're doing this that you're careful. These edges are sharp. You do not want to cut your fingers. And an opening for your strawberry plant to still grow. That looks great. So we're just gonna do that all the way up. Oh, good. I have just the perfect amount of holes. Kind of figured I did because Mom told me how many strawberry plants to buy and she made the thing, but she somehow, we bought 1 lot of strawberry plants, okay, split the cost. And she had enough strawberry plants to do an extra colander with her half. And I have just enough for my thing. So, either Mom drilled more holes in my half of the Laura planter than hers, and I can fit more strawberry plants in mine. Mom got 3 extra strawberry plants from our flat. I can worry about too much either way. It's not like I don't eat strawberries at her house when I'm over there. But, you know, I want them over here too. Not at her house every day. Not even every week. Go over there maybe once or twice a week. Okay. I swear I hate dirty fingers. Definitely hope there's at least 2 layers of sheet moss here or we are gonna run out. There's not. Yeah. If we run out, we'll get more. could see here with one in the center, I'm just pushing it to the root ball and then pushing it behind the metal here. There we go. Now we'll backfill with dirt. You want to make sure when you backfill that you're getting your fingers in there and you're really packing those root balls down. Plants don't really want air around them. I have a lot of dirt left over, Betty. I could not find vegetable soil in a smaller bag. Alright. I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna have strawberries. Maybe the ants won't get them. I only got a couple last year because of the stupid ants. Go check on them and watch them grow, and then by the time they were ready to harvest, I'd go check them to pick them, and the ants would just know 5 minutes before me. Oh, yeah, that's good to eat. Happy little strawberry. Blah. Trying to make do with the smallest pieces of sheet moss I can so I have as much as possible. But hard to say if we'll run out or not. Also, between Mom doing this project and watching Laura do this project, this is going great for me. Got all my ducks in a row. Learned from Laura's mistakes. I've learned from Mom's mistakes. This is going swimmingly. Hopefully, I won't have any problems with mine. They'll just be happy little strawberries. So here's the hole. You can't really see, but I just have that dirt level with the hole when I go to put the plant in. So then I fill it with the plant, and then I backfill from the hole above it so that it's packed nice and tight around that root ball. You can definitely see how with the holes across from each other, it would be hard to get these root balls in. Thanks for that tip, Mom. Also, thanks for making my strawberry planter, Mom. Because she could have easily just given me all the materials and said, here, drill this, put strawberries in it. Which honestly is what I thought she was going to do, but I went over to her house and she was drilling it. So, you know. I'll take it. I did go all the way to the next town over to pick up her colanders for her. After we saw that colander idea, we decided, why spend $50 on a new colander planter from the store when you can use antique colanders that A, are prettier, and B, we already own. Mom and I have 2 antique booths, one in this town and one the next town over. We called and checked, and of course the 2 she wanted that we owned that were in the booth were at the next town over booth. So I had to drive all the way over there. She had to work. I drove over there and got them for her so she could plant hers up. That's when I got mine as well, because the 2 that she wanted were smaller. You saw that hanging basket barely fit in that colander, and the 2 colanders she wanted that we already owned were smaller. So when I was there, though, I looked around the mall and I found that white one, so I bought it. It was $6. It was on sale, 75% off. So I was like, yes, please. I can fit my strawberry plant in that. Great. So, but Mom had just her 3 extras of these for 1 colander, and then she bought extras for the other one. Not that y'all need to know that, but since I'm sitting here talking to you. Dirt on my plant below it. Not that that matters, but still. Enough for either 2 or 3 more. I think I have 4 more. Maybe I can stretch it. Maybe I can do it. I don't know. Maybe the top one doesn't need it. Hate to buy a whole new pack for 1 at the top. And of course, we are in zone 8B. We are down in the south. I could be wrong. I don't know if Mom's strawberries for this plant are overwintered, or if she planted new plants in it. Sometimes our strawberry plants come back at least a year or 2. I think she bought new plants. So I'm not sure. What I'm getting at is I'm not sure if that peat moss can be reused a second time, or if we have to buy new peat moss for next year anyways. Depends on how much it deteriorates. Also, I keep calling it peat moss and it's not peat moss, so just know that. 3 more. We're almost done, guys. And you can go hang them in the garden and give them a good drink. Sweet Charlie strawberries. That is the type of strawberry that I have. Those roots in there. have enough for 2 more, barely. These are the smallest pieces. I don't know that they'll even really help too much, but they're better than nothing. Let's see if we can just do the top where the most of the dirt's falling out when you backfill it. Good job. Helpful. That's good. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Everywhere. Dirt, dirt. Well, now I'm just throwing dirt places. And avoiding putting it on the top so it doesn't fall out those holes, but close enough to the top now that block off that top hole and put it in the top. Yeah, that worked great. Okay. It's okay, Betty Betty. I don't think you guys can see her, but Betty is sitting next to me watching. Good job, Bet. You're a good helper. Yes. There she is. Good job. Want to smell a strawberry? No. I just want to watch more. Okay. Okay, Betty Betty. Watch. Oh man, my eye itches so bad right now. Probably not going to talk. Okay. There we go. I went to the eye doctor last week, so I had a problem with my eye, and she was like, "Is there any way that dirt could have gotten your eye?" And I was like, many chances. So, if you caught my new garden bed video, I was putting together the new bed right behind us. I think there's 1 or 2 time lapses in there when I'm working, where you can see me and my glasses, a sight you never see. I hate my glasses because I'm blind, and more than anything, they make my head hurt. So, if you were wondering, that is what happened. Then happened with my eye. All right, let's get this last one in there. Fill it up with dirt, and I will wash up, and we will go hang these babies. See how they look in the garden. That'll be exciting. All right. No moss for this top one, but it's okay. And I'm gonna put one of these tags up here so that I can remember what variety they are next year. When I go to plant this, if I need new strawberries, if I liked these or didn't like them. I had Quinulot strawberries last year, which I know are more of an ever-bearing fruit. Honestly, Mom picked these because that's what they had for a good price at the nursery. I'll have to Google it. I'm not sure if they're ever-bearing. I'm not sure if they have one harvest. hope they're ever bearing, but if they have one harvest, it's good too. Let's see how much we can pack this top root ball without the peat moss. I can just hold the dirt in. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh man, I cut a little on the floor. Not that I can't sweep, but again, I'm trying to save all that good dirt. All right. I think that is pretty much done. Here's our little hooks. So I did drill 3 holes around the top when I was doing the bottom, putting that mesh on. So pop these hooks in here. Had my water going to the new bed this whole time. Needed a good long drink, so I need to go turn that off now when I go hang these up. There we go. And that's how it looks. That's how it'll hang. So, see, I'm a little worried that, if I didn't get my holes at the top quite straight, it'll hang crooked, but we can always pop a new hole in. So, I'm going to, that's heavy. I'm going to go wash up real quick, and then we are going to hang this and our colander out in the garden. Then I gotta clean the porch. Clean me first, then the porch. We didn't lose too much dirt. We'll just sweep that into the garden. That's pretty good, y'all. So, this shepherd's hook is struggling a lot. We might find a different shepherd's hook that's a little shorter maybe, or a little stronger. This one's very strong, and I do have 2 additional hooks coming for either side of it this afternoon. So we might just move them on there, since I have 1, 2, 3, 4 shepherd's hooks in my garden, and they are all in this corner. So I kind of want to move this one somewhere else anyways, but the strawberries need to be here to be tied in to the drip system. But this is, pretty good for right now. So if the new shepherd's hooks that come for this work better, I will switch it, and we'll see that in the next video. But for today, I am pretty happy with how my little strawberry planters turned out. I did, you might be able to notice this chain, how long it is. I went ahead and I took some links off to make the chain for Laura's planter about half the size, because otherwise the long planter was just too long. And honestly, I could probably take about this much still off of it, and I might go do that just to raise it up a little bit more and help distribute the weight a bit better. But because I did that, it's not a hook, but I just took one of these links, opened it up, and put that on the end to be a hook for my missing hook. So, girls, that's enough. My other dogs in the backyard hear me, and they want to know why they're not out here having fun with strawberries too. So I'm going to leave this video here. It was very long because I ended up talking through the whole planting process, but you got to really see how it looked. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're planting strawberries this year, leave a comment down below letting me know where you're planting them and if you liked either of these container ideas. I will be excited to see throughout the season how they do, especially once I add drip to them, and if they do better than my strawberries from last year. So bye, y'all. Come on, Bet, let's go get some sisters. right, so just so you know, I bought a new shepherd's hook with 3 spots. I moved it from down here because I decided I didn't love it in the garden. When you're harvesting the strawberries, you really need to be able to get all the way around the plant. And as these plants grew up, that was going to be harder and harder to do. But that was like, we planted this on Wednesday and it is Friday. You can see how much happier the strawberry plant is already. We also added drip irrigation so that it is getting water all the time. So you can check out that video. I think they're going to be very happy here.